All right, welcome to Backyard Bows. Today we're gonna do our first unboxing. Some of you are gonna be like, it's not a true unboxing because it's open, but I had to fucking peek. I just wanted to make sure the stuff was in there, okay? But as you can see, I have not opened up any of the packages, okay? It's taken everything in me today not to open this stuff up. So we went with Sitka last year. We switched over to Pnuma this year. I already have an idea of who I'm gonna do next year. I have been dying to get some of this stuff in my hands. I've had several people speak very highly of Pnuma and the gear. One of you actually was the first people to turn me on to this stuff. And it's been about a year that it's been on my mind, me knowing that the next thing I was gonna put in the field was Pnuma. I love that I waited to this year because they just came out with an entire new line, kind of geared towards whitetail hunting with a new camo pattern, again, geared towards that aerial hunt. Now their original camo pattern, the Kaza, is like one of my favorite ever. Just visually online, now that I've seen it in person, it's beautiful. It's gonna go perfect with this early season, mid-season, early hardwoods here in Missouri. But let's jump right in. So the first thing on top, I love that it's the first thing because this is the first piece from them that I heard about. So when one of you reached out and said you have to try some of this Pnuma gear, my favorite piece from them is the Gunnison hoodie. Okay, so this is merino wool. Now this is what they're claiming. Again, this is our first impressions of everything. Okay, so I'm kind of giving you the pitch from them. We're gonna put it in the field. I'm gonna wear this stuff for the next 3 months and then we'll be able to give you some more honest assessment of the gear itself towards the end. But their separation of the merino wool is pretty much the ratio, kind of the thickness of the wool. I love this. Now, one thing I did get that they suggested, everything XL fits you as an XL. With the Gunnison hoodie, she actually said, if I was you, I'd probably go with that double XL. I love this. I love this camo pattern. So this is that original camo pattern that I saw from them, the Kaza. And I love that I went with the double XL. This fits perfectly. This is kind of like that hoodie, God, from that Sitka hoodie I had last year that I just wore all the time. I'm now forgetting the name, but it has some thumb loops in it. I love the material. It has a little zipper pocket right here, zipper pocket there. It's a half zip. This right here, I already can tell you, I'll wear this right after that temper drops all through October into November. I'll probably wear just this, okay? So the one thing that it doesn't have is a mask, which I always like a mask. I don't like wearing face paint. Luckily, hopefully, we will be past the mosquitoes and stuff, which is one of the main reasons I like a mask instead of face paint. Early season, the mosquitoes eat you up. I like being able to cover up my ears, my face. This right here though, I love this. It feels good, it's extremely comfortable. It's gonna be nice and quiet, and then it's wool. So it does everything that you're gonna want wool to do, especially if you're somebody like me who sweats a lot, okay? Me using my climber stand to get up into my stand, by the time I get up there, I either need, if I'm wearing bibs or something, I need some vents on the side or kind of some wool on that underliner because I'm gonna sweat and perspirate, and then once you sit down and cool off, that's when you're gonna get cold. One of their new lines this year, the Pnuma High Point, that stuff, that material, and Sitka had some too, that material to me, I fry. I will fry in it. And it gets cold in Missouri, and I like to hunt those cold days, but there's not enough of them that I can't just layer up on a day like that and go with something a little less bulky. What I use for early season and mid-season, that usually will get me through the majority of the year. So let's go ahead, let's move on. So, okay, this is perfect. So the next piece is the Renegade hoodie. So this is exactly, I'm getting almost the exact same setup as I did last year from Sitka. Kind of the same style. So this is what I'll wear day one. It's just a really, really lightweight hoodie. They call it the Renegade hoodie. It has that built-in face mask, which this one's kind of cool. It's a little looser. It's not as tight as the one on the Sitka, but it kind of goes right up to your eyes, will cover up. Then you have everything else. So the one thing I will say right off the bat that I loved about the Sitka one is that it fits so snug. My reason being, with bow hunting in particular, this, okay, you don't want anything here. You want everything really tight, nice and snug around your face. So what I would probably do is wear the mask, probably with some kind of hat, because I'm not gonna want all of this hanging off to the side, flapping and loose. But again, it has a nice little pocket under here. I love it. The material is really nice. The hoodie could be tapered. Again, these are just first impressions. We'll kind of go through and we'll see everything. But I'll probably wear that with the Waypoint pants. So you got the Waypoint pant right here. I love it. It's kind of like reading my mind here. Waypoint pant. This stuff, it's going to be kind of that mid-season. I love this material. It looks like it would be, like when I was looking at it online, it looks like it would make noise, but it's not. It has a really nice durable outside, has a fleece inside, something that'll keep you warm. This with some liners on, this will get me through most of the season. Okay, one of the reasons why I went with this is I love knee pads. Okay, I'm field dressing a lot. I'm on my knees after the hunt a lot. I got bad knees. I love the knee pads. Those are, you can take them out. They have this reinforced texture on the knees, on the heels, anywhere that gets extra beat up. They got some nice front pockets. Again, when you're sitting down, the front pockets are nice because when you're in a tree stand, you're sitting down, you don't want to be getting in the side. Everything on the front, right on the top of that thigh is really nice. These look like they'll be nice. I think that everything has a nice zipper on it in case you do want to keep things inside. These main pockets right here are a little loose, so it's kind of risky putting your phone or something in there, but they seem very durable. And again, love that Kaza pattern. Now that's a little thicker than I was anticipating, so I might go back and get like the Renegade pant or one of those pants for the really early preseason jumps. It was nice and cool because sometimes, especially last year, it was really pretty, but sometimes those first couple weeks of the season can be pretty hot. So let's go down and grab, before we get out the rest of the stuff, yeah, let's grab our, so this is the Waypoint jacket, okay? So again, both of these pieces of gear with some liners, regular liners that I have from Cabela's I'll probably wear earlier. Once it gets a little colder, I'll throw these heated ones in there. I'm sure this is gonna get me through the majority of the season. I love this. Reinforced shoulders, fleece liner on the inside. This hoodie looks a little bit more tapered and it has the drawstrings on the side, so I like that, but it is also removable. Nice big chest pockets, side pockets, some big vents on the side, drawstring to make your kind of waist tight. I like this. I really like this. And I like that you can taper up. It has little sleeves on the wrist, then you can taper them up real nice and tight too. Man, this stuff though, it seems nice and durable, very well made. Again, and so when we're talking about prices here, and I know because I bought some stuff from Sitka last year, I bought some stuff on sale, I found some other stuff, but in the end, it's very expensive. If you got the money, there's no reason why you shouldn't. If you have money like that, because you're getting what you're paying for, stuff is great, high quality, tons and a huge variety of different stuff that you can mix and match and kind of come up with your, gear for any individual season. I love the Sitka stuff, but the best part about this is gonna be the price here. And if you didn't see in the other video, if you use Backyard Bows 20 in the discount part, you'll get that 20% off on top of their great prices. So now, out of all their new lines, I went with the step below the high point, which is the Torrent. And I went with I love bibs, so I went with the Torrent bibs. Okay, so this is nice. You got this really nice thick fleece on the inside, elastic here on the outside, some nice well-made straps. You got a couple side pockets on those sides, and I love this new, it's called Kaza OV, so it's a little bit lighter. It's gonna give you more of those shadowy, darker, grayish, more earthy, dark tint colors that you're gonna see in that late fall when all the foliage is down, but I think this pattern is gonna just be perfect. I love it. Got a nice D-loop to hang stuff up on. So I'll mention it later, but I'll touch on it now. So they have two things that I love about what they have in this is they have a Pnuma block, which is when, it kind of protects you from the wind. To me, that's more important than rain. I'll get out there and hunt in a little bit of moisture, but if it's downpouring, I'm not hunting. But wind, I will get out and hunt those windy days. Something else I like that's built into the fabric is called Polygene. Polygene Stay Fresh and a Polygene Odor Crunch is what they call it, but a built-in odor defense system that's built into the fabric to kind of stop that odor before it even begins, keeping all your scent off of the stuff that you're using, which allows you to not wash them as much. And really what I'll do is I'll just hang everything outside. I always find a spot outside where there's not much else going on, and especially the bibs and stuff like that, I'll just hang up. So here in a little bit, I'll try all this on. We'll be able to give you some feedback on how it's all gonna fit, but here goes the jacket, the Torrent jacket, again with that Kaza OV camo. Love it. Love the camo. Got some nice big pockets. I love the texture of this stuff. You got some reinforced elbows, shoulders. It's extremely quiet, and I love the pattern. Has some really nice zippers. It's not waterproof, but like I just mentioned, I'm not gonna hunt in the downpour, but I'll get outside when there's some moisture. So as long as it's water prevent, has some kind of moisture preventative measures taken, that's fine with me, and that's really all I'm gonna need. And usually when you get into more water repellent stuff, the texture really changes and it becomes a little stiffer, a little bit more noisy. This stuff, they were able to keep some really, really quiet fabric on here while still keeping it waterproof. And again, this is all first glimpse, you know, we'll see. So now on to the stuff I've been most excited about. You got your 2 battery packs here. You charge these, you take them out in the field, and it has a USB port that you can charge something else, but you can't have a portable charger that's gonna charge these. So you need to charge these all the way up before you take them out in the field. And then what I got was long sleeve shirt and pants. Okay, so here are the pants. It's gonna run, you know, some heated stuff through here. I love these because they have that loop on the bottom to keep them nice and snug on you. This is like the other thing that somebody just talked up hugely. The batteries on these last real long, and they're just really, really warm. So again, you don't have to wear the warmest stuff. You can, all your layers can remain nice and thin. When bow hunting, that's so important. Being able to have something that's gonna heat you. Oh, look at this one. So again, you have your light here on the front that tells you this is probably your start and stop. You got your battery pack that goes in there. Again, heated stuff goes all through this. I have a feeling I'm gonna fry in those. So this will be more for like those really cold days. That mixed in with this, just 2 layers, I think it's gonna be perfect for me. We will see when we get out in the field, but this right here is just perfect. The only thing I need, I think, is some Renegade pants. Waypoint pants were a little bit thicker for this first day coming up September 15th, so I'll probably get back on there and order something else. But all of this stuff, the quality looks exceptional. I love the camo pattern, really, really cool. And then on top of it, like I've mentioned several times, and I'm gonna keep mentioning it because I went all out with Sitka last year. The price on this stuff is amazing. So the guys who are gonna get on here and say, you don't need any of this shit to hunt, you're right. Nobody said you did, but some of us like our gear. And if you don't, and you want to wear your grandpa's stuff from the closet, I don't care, I did that for years. I would wear anything that I could get a hold of. Now I have the opportunity to try out some of this other stuff. Why not? But no, it's not necessary. There's so many other factors that are going to go into the success of your hunt besides what gear you wear and what price it costs you. Really though, if you're trying to get some really nice, well-made gear for the least amount of money, I think this is right in that middle section of all of our reviews. Say the Cabela stuff was at the lowest point, Sitka was at the highest. This is right there in the middle where it's really well priced, but you're also getting some great quality. So we'll circle back. We'll do little reviews in between the hunts, in between the seasons of the year. And then we'll come back and give you that full review at the end of kind of our experience with the stuff and what we thought. But man, I'm excited. All this stuff it looks great. First impressions look great. Again, if you're interested in Pnuma stuff and you end up buying something, use that Backyard Bows 20 code, get yourself 20% more discount off. Go to our website, go through that link. That gives us a little bit of a kickback too. But man, Pnuma, I think it's a upcoming company. I love what they're doing, love their camo patterns. I love everything that they have online. They got chest packs, hats, accessories. They have a heated hand warmer. I got a hand warmer on my marsupial pack. I got a hand warmer on my Elverstock pack, so I didn't need that. And there's some other things that I wanted but just don't necessarily need, but I think this is a good start. So 2 other things that I love about Pnuma already. One is that they have a lifetime warranty. So to me, right off of the bat, that's such reassurance that they have that much confidence in their equipment and gear that they're going to warranty it for a lifetime. So I love that. Secondly, their customer service. I've had great experience already. And from what I hear is that if you need help choosing the system that best suits your hunt, the style of hunting you do, the terrain you're hunting, whatever game you're hunting, they will help walk you through choosing the system that's best going to suit you and your particular hunt that you're going on. So I think that's huge. Just instead of just buying stuff, if you don't have a store near you, they'll kind of help take all the information from you and then kind of help you choose what pieces to fit you and kind of setting up your system for the year. So I love both of those things. Happy hunting, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks, and we'll have all this stuff in the field. See you next time.